Hello.
Hey there, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm gonna open up my screen too.
Okay.
Um, all right. So I don't know
Ooh,
what
I like
that
your
back.
background.
It's from Graceland.
Oh, I like it. Fancy. I seem to collect Zoom backgrounds. I think they're fun. So,
Yeah, they have a lot of nice ones.
yeah. Um, Mine is from our house, like the furniture store with like the fancy
Oh, okay.
overpriced furniture. They have Zoom backgrounds, fancy overpriced furniture. I'm like, sure, I wish my house looked like that.
Yeah, me too. That's nice. I like the. Is that like a plant back there?
I guess so, and like some kind of
Oh,
like plate. I don't know.
yeah, that's kind of cool.
So thanks for being flexible with time. I'm sorry last week didn't work out,
Yeah,
but
sorry about that.
no problem. Okay, so let's just get started here. Let me pull up my questions. So tell me about your first experience at Wayne State. What worked, what didn't, and what led to you leaving?
Okay, so first experience at Wayne State. Let's see, I was 17. Um, Graduated from Cass Tech, so I assumed that I was prepared. And basically, when I came to Wayne State, after taking a couple of classes, I realized that I wasn't.
Mhm.
And so that was really kind of upsetting, depressing. Um, and then my mom became sick, and besides that too, I guess full disclosure. So I was actually grew up in foster care.
Mhm.
So I had to deal with that transition of being 18 or 17, 18, and issues with my biological family were beginning to become more and more evident. So just trying to navigate those emotional things, and then the issue and the concern of just feeling like I was like a fish out of water at Wayne State. I think those are really the main reasons that it ended up causing me to leave.
Okay.
Um, because I had switched my major like maybe about three different times, trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to do? Because I started out in engineering, then I went to, I think, chemical engineering because I love chemistry, but it still wasn't a good fit. So then at that time, my job was working in a pharmacy. So I said, well, maybe I could do a pharmacist. And then I applied to pharmacy school and didn't get in either. So it was like just a whole bunch of like depressing setbacks
Mhm.
that just made me like, okay, so maybe I just need to take a break and not do this right now.
Okay. So what were you up to while you were away from Wayne State, and what led you to come back?
Okay, so when I left Wayne State, I had more than 100 credits because I took so many classes. And I'm like, I want to finish, but I don't know what I want to finish in. So, and then at that time too, my mom became sick. So, trying to find a job that was flexible, that allowed me to be able to care for her when I needed to, or take a day off if I needed to, led me to going into being a substitute teacher.
Hmm.
So as a substitute teacher, I noticed that the classes that I love, like math and science, I noticed that a lot of students, African American students or low economic status students, struggled in those areas. So I said, what can I do to help? And I created a company called TNT Tutoring and Educational Services. So what we did after after as I was substituting and tutoring students, then I got into doing teaching STEM. And I realized, like, even though my I didn't go very in depth in my engineering background, it was enough for me to convey the information to them. So we were doing coding, robotics, game design, um, just so many different things in STEM. We even were teaching students how to create apps using it's an MIT App Inventor program, things like that. So that was really fun. But what I kept on noticing is that I could get a contract with a YMCA, or I get a contract with a company like that, but I couldn't get any leverage in the school system. And I know it just boiled down to I'm not an educator, like by their standards, as far as having a degree, being a certified teacher. And it's like, that's really where I want to go to make those inroads. So I'm like, I know I need to go back to school, and I think I want to just major in math, teaching math, because I love math. But I didn't have the money. So when I left Wayne State, I had like a $4,000 balance, and I didn't have $4,000 really to put on that. So when I heard about Warrior Way back, in fact, I got an email. Somebody text me on Facebook or send me a message on Facebook. My sister and my brother text me about it, and then my mom, I think she saw it on the news. So I 4 different ways, people saying, "Look, this is your opportunity to do it." And so I started inquiring about it, and they kind of showed me everything that I needed to do in order to be prepared, and that's how I was able to get back into Wayne State.
Did you have any concerns about coming back being older?
Yes. So that was like a huge concern, because, like, to be honest, it had been almost 10 years in between when I left and coming back. So I'm like, I'm 20 years older than these kids, than these other students. I won't call them kids because they are adults. And so I had to really like challenge myself to look past that and just say, at the end of the day, we're all trying to get to the same place. That's graduation day. And so I had to also kind of tell myself too, I have something to offer, even though I'm a lot older than them. That they can gain from me and I can gain from them. So just, I guess, looking at it like that kind of helped me to push forward. And then certain things I just realized, I'm not their age. So of course they're going to be doing things and experiencing things that I already went through. So just looking at it from a viewpoint of, okay, so maybe I can be help to them, or just I can just be me and just continue to go forward because I have a goal in mind. I think just really being centered and focused on what's my goal kind of helped me to concentrate on just keep on moving forward and trying to improve my GPA and things like that. Just constantly thinking about where's my goal. And so instead of focusing on I'm old, I have responsibilities that they don't even know about, I have bills, et cetera, just not letting that get to me and just focusing on the goal.
Okay. I think you kind of answered the next question, but I'll ask it anyway in case there's anything else you want to add. Tell me about your most recent experiences at Wayne State. How was it different, and how are you different?
Okay, so most recent experiences at Wayne State, I think what is really is great to see from when I started when I was 17 to now is the level of resources that they have for the student. I don't know if they had them when I was here before and I just didn't look for them, but now I see them. It's more vibrant, more visual. It's like everywhere you turn, it's if you need help for this, we have this. If you need food, those type of things, because those were some of the things that I had to deal with. So it's so many different resources. I think that's one thing that's different. And then the second too is like my mindset is different as far as I'm goal minded, so I don't allow all of the personal, emotional things that I have going on to kind of cloud the vision of completing my goal. So I'm different, but then also Wayne State has so many resources now and so many different programs. Like I was looking into the educational, I think it's called ESA, the Scholars Alliance for the Education Department. And that has been very helpful just to find students that are like-minded and talk about some of the things, the struggles that we have in going into education or just trying to live life and go to college. And I realized actually there's not that much difference between me and the younger students besides age. A lot of them still have very similar responsibilities. So yeah.
Okay. What insight would you offer to an adult student thinking about returning to complete their degree?
I think the biggest thing is being open. And so not having a mentality, because I've run into some students that are older like me, excuse me, and they have the mentality like they're gonna teach the students something because, you know, we have 20 years plus life experience that they don't have or whatever. And I don't even look at it like that. I'm always open and ready to learn, whether it be from one of my fellow classmates or a teacher. I think that can help you go a long way. And then also being honest, if it's something that you don't remember, like because it has been so long, some of the math classes, I'm like, I don't remember how to do that. And being honest with yourself, realizing your deficit, and then going to seek out help. And if you talk to any of my math professors, they're like, Tangi is here every office hour. Why? Because I want that A, and maybe it's something I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So being flexible enough to say, okay, yeah, it's something I don't know or don't remember. Can you explain it to me? Or can you tell me where I can find the answer? I think that, and then too, taking advantage of like online stuff, especially like in math, it's so many YouTube videos, it's so many online tutors, so many options now that are available that were not available when I first went to Wayne State.
Great. Yeah, it sounds like you're having a much different experience than you did last time.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Anything else you wanted to add?
I guess the big thing is as we talk about like being an adult student on campus, older adult student on campus, just it's like realize like the value in being you. You add and bring something to the table that a lot of the students may not know or have experienced, and they're not so shut down. The students or your classmates are not so shut down that they don't want to hear from you. Sometimes you can add value to the conversation. Like I notice in a lot of my method classes, because I have substituted and I have done after school programming, I can give a perspective that maybe some of the students don't have, and they value it. So just realizing that you bring something powerful and valuable to the table, just like your fellow classmates.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.